Hi, I'm John from Just News, and this is Hazel. This is Henry's little sister, and she's paying a little visit with us while we run through a quick news flash for today. All right, what should we talk about first? All right, Ardbeg has released some preliminary information on a future limited edition release. Probably, I'm guessing, probably going to come out late spring of next year, but who knows, could come out earlier. And it's going to be called Bizzarebq. Okay. It's probably going to be a committee release. It's NAS, of course. And what it is they're using double charred oak casks, PX sherry casks, and then they're taking a hibachi and they are burning or smoking seaweed and birchwood. So they're toasting oak, I'm guessing the oak cask, over these hibachi grills with burning or barbecuing seaweed and birchwood. They're calling it an experimental barbecue casks, They're starting to remind me of what Dogfish Head has been doing for a long time with beer, really pushing the envelope and going to the extreme. So who knows how much that's going to be, but that's something for all you Ardbeg fans to look forward to. All right. And then, of course, as I already reviewed, a new release, the Talisker Surge travel retail exclusive that's available at most airports. I definitely know Heathrow and London has it. And the Bunnahabhain Cask Strength, Bunnahabhain 12 Cask Strength 2022 is out. I haven't been able to get my hands on it. I had last year's, which I reviewed. This one here, the 22, I heard is better than last year and is actually quite impressive. But I haven't been able to see it or get my hands on it. And then we have the new Malt Whisky Yearbook 2023, which just came out a couple of weeks ago. It's available on Amazon. It retails for about 16 pounds, so about $18 US approximately. Every year they come out with it in October, and it's a very, very interesting book as always. They go through every single distillery in Scotland, and then at the end they go through some world whiskeys as well. So they give you a good rundown of what's going on with the distilleries in Scotland. And then also too, what they did, which is the first time I remember seeing it, is they have a whole page called Whiskey and Social Media, and they list, there must be 40 whiskey tube channels on here. And he says, there are a lot of blogs, websites, and YouTube channels discussing whiskey and other spirits. Some are excellent and others not so great. Below are the ones I follow frequently, and while these are all well worth visiting or tuning into, the ones marked with an asterisk are my personal favorites. So when I say me or my, that's the author speaking, not me. Okay. And so he lists about 40 whiskey tube channels on here, and he puts asterisks next to some. I'm not on there. But in the beginning, there's always some great articles, some really interesting articles. And real quick, this starts off with there's an article all about the lowlands, in Scotland, which is nice. And then they do an article, I'm not going to go through them all, but the Scotch Whisky Association, and they address the chief executive, Mark Kent, from the Scotch Whisky Association, talks about the lawsuit and the challenge that they had with Macaloney's of Canada. So they go into depth about that. So you can, and then they also have a whole article about rechar toasting casks, which I found interesting as well. And then they go into another article about global warming and green malt, about distilleries becoming environmentally conscious about how they run their distilleries and what goes into the whole process. But anyway, you can't go wrong for the money. Every year I get it, and highly recommend it. And then saving the Ralfy's new book, right? Here it is. Okay. This goes for about $12 or $13 on Amazon. Okay. And it's Life, Death, and Whiskey. He says, more memories and stories told by Ralfy. This is his third edition of his self-published books, and I find I haven't finished it. I've only maybe gone through a quarter of the way through. It reads like a diary of him starting working in the funeral home, okay, and so it's very different from the first two, in that the first two had a combination of a lot of short stories. This seems to be like one diary journal thread in detail about the day-to-day operations of what he did. And then it talks a little bit about whiskey that's kind of weaved throughout the whole thing. So anyway, that's it for the news today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And thanks for all the subscribers. We're getting close to that $1,000 subscriber mark. So let's keep the thumbs up. Let's keep subscribing. Let's push me over the 1,000 subscribers. Would really be cool if we could do it by the first of the year. That would be a nice sell, because I have a really nice bottle that I want to share and review for my 1,000 subscribers. And thanks most of all to the Patreons that help support this channel. So huge shout out to the Patreons. And if you'd like to become a Patreon, look at the link in the description below. And as what I offer the Patreons is an occasional Patreon exclusive only video review of something impressive. Okay, so hats off to you all, folks, and take care. And remember, it's just whiskey.